Hello students, welcome to our session number 7 in module number 3 in energy engineering. We are discussing about solar energy. In this particular video we will discuss about solar pond, what is solar pond, and how solar energy is utilized using this solar pond. It will comes under thermal application, especially solar pond. Now, solar pond is nothing but it is a mass of shallow water about 1 or 2 meters deep with a large collection area which acts as heat trap. Solar pond is a mass of shallow water about 1 or 2 meter deep with a large collection area which acts as a heat trap. So you can able to see in that sketch, in the first sketch, there are 3 layers. It is a tank. It is like a tank where water is collected. So you can able to see 3 layers. The first layer is called as surface convective zone. Second layer is called as non-convective zone, and third layer is called as storage zone. So here it contains salts to generate a stable density gradient. Okay, so part of the incident solar radiation entering the pond surface is absorbed throughout the depth, and the remainder which penetrates the pond is absorbed at the black bottom. So the collection tank at the bottom of that collection tank is colored with a black surface because it is a good absorber. So if the pond were initially filled with fresh water, the lower layers would heat up, expand, and rise to the surface. Okay. So because of the convective mixing and heat loss at the surface, only a small temperature rise in the pond could be realized. So you can able to see there, in diagram, hot brine which is at layer 3, which is acts as a solar storage zone, and the second one is non-convective zone, and third one is surface convective zone. And in graph, if we plot concentration with respect to percentage of salt by weight and depth in meters in y-axis, if concentration increases, as concentration increases, the temperature is also going to increase. That you can able to make a note from that graph. So here by using that such a solar pond, we can able to generate power. Okay, so here what will happen in the convection can be eliminated initially, creating sufficiently strong salt concentration. In this case, thermal expansion is in the hotter which will lower layers is insufficient to destabilize the pond. So with the convection suppressed, the heat is lost from the lower layers by conduction. So because of the relatively low conductivity, the water acts as an insulator and permits high temperature over 90 degrees centigrade to develop the bottom layers. At the bottom of the pond, a thick durable plastic liner is laid. Materials used for liner include butyl rubber, black polythene, or any reinforced nylon mesh can also be used. So salts like magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, or sodium nitrate are dissolved in the water. the concentration varying from 20 to 30% at the bottom to almost zero at the top. Okay, so this hot brine which is supplied to the evaporator, which is called as boiler, where its pressure is increased, and then the turbine is going to it supplies to the turbine where expansion taking place, and you can able to generate power. Then the other brine is pumped to condenser, and where it is gets cooled, and then again it is supplied to the solar pond again. So you can able to supply that solar pond, and you can able to generate electricity from the solar pond. Here a small diagram is shown how solar pond will be constructed. So you can able to see there are three layers. One is low temperature and concentration zone. Second one is gradient temperature and concentration, and third one is high temperature and concentration. Solar radiation is falling onto it. Heat loss to atmosphere is only about 84%, and remaining is going into the pond, and the inside surface of the pond is colored with black surface. So it will gives its heat, and the hot brine is utilized to generate electric power. Again, make a note that as a concentration is increased, the temperature is also going to increase. Okay, so concentration is decreased from lower to higher upper zone. Okay, so useful heat is available as 14%.